You know how some people.
This is our podcast for February 11th. Hopefully it'll come through okay. Um, if not, it's just gonna be a fucking YouTube podcast because this shit is ridiculous. Oh,
We're having technical difficulty.
yeah. Let's see. I want to start with the whole Beyonce gate. Fucking stupid shit.
Beyonce gate? What the
Yeah.
hell? I don't get it.
Okay.
What is up with that?
In Beyonce, I guess Beyonce's new
Halftime
video,
show?
her new video, that whole new video form. Have you seen the new video formation?
No.
Okay, the new video is basically it's about black having pride in her blackness and her black history and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Which is I don't see a problem with that. If you're black and you have pride in your blackness, then it's all good. You want to sing a song about it, feel free.
Mm-hmm.
And in the video, I mean, in the halftime show, she was dancing, and they were dancing. I wouldn't say it was an official Black Panther uniform because I don't remember Black Panther showing as much titty and ass, but it was an homage to the Black Panther, the whole Black Panther.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was. Well, more Black Power than Black Panther, but it was there.
Black Pride.
And also they made a mention of a kid who was killed recently in San Francisco.
Okay, so basically she
Right.
she used it
The
as a
Black
platform
Lives
to
Matter
kind of
or
like
whatever.
you
Yeah.
know, send a message or
Yes.
whatever, and then at the same time promote her music.
Exactly.
Got it.
And people have see. You know what's funny? It's and I'm speaking more towards like the Fox News response and of course the dummies on YouTube that go along with it and Facebook, and they're like, how dare she do this and how dare she do that, and what did she do?
What did she do?
I mean, she mentioned history, shit that actually happened. You know what I mean? She makes reference to things that actually happened, and she said she has pride in her people, and it's like. The response is, "How dare you?"
No, Rudy Giuliani said it was an anti-cop.
Yeah, anti-cop. But you know what? You can't get more anti-cop than having brown skin at this point. Really, and for him to make comment, it's just Rudy's a fucking asshole to begin with. Rudy's the part of the reason people fucking hate cops at this point. He was one of the reasons. I mean, for people to just what people are doing right now is. They hear Black Panther and they assume, terrorist group and this, and that's not what the Black Panthers were. The Black Panthers were all about pride and taking accountability and responsibility for your community. They had programs where they were feeding kids in their communities. They had programs where they were teaching kids their history and their communities, and it wasn't a problem until Black people said. We're Americans and we have a right to bear arms. And then all of a sudden, I was like, whoa, let's hold on a second there. Wait a second there, darky. You're not bearing arms like that. And then when they started carrying guns around, it actually got to the point where the FBI was actively looking for reasons to lock them up. They actually locked one of them up for, quote unquote, stealing 21 ice cream bars.
Yeah.
Guy got like 7 years in jail. And the rest of them, they of course stormed in and had a shootout with them, and they wound up. The FBI basically assassinated for no reason other than on paper it said that the FBI went in and they started shooting at them. The FBI had no reason to be there. They broke into their little place of operation, started shooting. They had the nerve to shoot back, so the FBI killed them, and that was their reason for killing them. And they got away with that, and it's like everybody.
You mean the FBI got away?
Yeah, they got away with that. They shot at us, so we had to defend ourselves. Of course, you're not supposed to be there. It's none of your business.
Who, the FBI wasn't supposed to be in the first place?
No,
I mean, they weren't doing anything. They were just within the community and stuff like that, and they decided to exercise their rights.
Yeah, the FBI went so far as to confiscate boxes of cereal that were there to feed the kids. It was just a ridiculous thing, and it was a straight out assassination of the whole Black Panther Party's leadership. But nobody makes mention of that. And it's funny because it seems like people are comfortable as long as you fight back non-violently. As long as you do everything non-violently, that's the answer. But the second you get physical, or the second you proclaim that you're going to defend yourself physically, that's when it becomes a problem. And the thing is, nobody's freedom has ever been won non-violently. It's never happened. Martin Luther King was he made some nice speeches, and he went to jail a bunch of times.
At first, he wasn't an advocate of nonviolence.
Yeah.
It was introduced into his thing early on.
Yeah, and it's
By who, when?
By this gay guy, the Byard Rustin. But some people say he was not informed, but an agent of,
For the FBI?
well, I don't know FBI, but whoever. But anyway, it was introduced by him, and it kind of not sidetracked, but a different direction.
Yeah, it's not. The whole non-violent thing. Look, it sounds great, and yes, it's all peaceful, and people's voices get heard. But you're easy to ignore when you're not making. When you're not leaving a mark, you're very easy to ignore, and that's really what happens. Now, when Malcolm X came forward, and Malcolm X started talking about pretty much the same thing the Black Panthers were talking about. We're gonna take control of our communities, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do that. We're not gonna let you come in and beat us down. That's when shit starts to change.
Well, I mean, the whole going back to that whole episode. I mean, the FBI went in and they shot first.
Yeah.
Correct?
And they got away with it.
Well, clearly because the FBI is guarded by, supposedly they're a government agency. They were just going there doing their job. So they could go in there and spit on your floor and probably they will be protected. They're never, in other words, they would get not even a slap on the wrist. So to say,
it's always been
unless
like
you
that.
go, unless you go through the fight.
Yeah.
Put it this way, they're covered. Same thing like, cops, because they have the badge. You know what I mean? Certain
They
things,
figure-
they get away with whatever.
Yeah, they're not
Well, no,
supposed to.
the difference though is with the FBI, they were mandated to do that.
By whom?
By
the
Nixon.
head. No.
Nixon had
And
said that
was
they were.
Yeah,
Hoover,
well,
Hoover,
yeah.
what's his name? J. Edgar Hoover was overseeing them at the time.
Yeah,
right?
but Nixon was the one that proclaimed them to be an enemy of the state.
But he didn't set forth like the protocol.
Let me ask you
Right.
something. The programs,
Because the FBI though, they're kind of almost the way they operate. They're almost autonomous.
The FBI, the FBI is really the FBI. When you get down to it, the FBI is illegal in that states are supposed to govern themselves. You're not supposed to have one all-powerful police force that's in control of everybody. It's not supposed to happen that way. It's supposed to be every state has their own individual. Yes, you have a big blanket set of laws that you're supposed to follow, but each state is supposed to, interpret those laws the way that they interpret them, and they work within the state to do those things. And the FBI comes in and says, no, this is the way it's supposed to be. That's why you have, like in Colorado, marijuana is legal.
Yeah.
But if the FBI walks in and says, we're going to arrest people for selling marijuana, they can, because as a whole, it's not legal in the United States. It's just legal in that one particular state, which is that's what it comes down to.
And like the programs that my understanding that the programs that the Black Panthers have put into place, the after school programs, the breakfast and lunch programs and stuff like that, and those were just self-governed by them, correct?
Right. They were community programs that they were doing.
Yeah, so the government had no input.
Nothing to do with
Exactly.
that. Yeah. What they did was they started to say, oh, these breakfast and lunch programs are the Black Panthers indoctrinating the young youth to be against the government and to be against the United States, and it's funny because at the time this was like towards the tail end of the whole be against communist things, but it's very communist actions what they were doing, and that you're supposed to agree with the state and you work with the state, and this is all very communist. And it's ridiculous. There was and this is not something that the government didn't do on a regular basis. There was a whole thing in Philadelphia where I think it was like a 6 mile radius. Like people don't even know about this. In the 70s,
they bombed.
The police
a
bombed.
building.
It was like a 6 block radius.
Yeah.
And destroyed everything and people and everything. Killed a whole bunch of people. Bombed buildings. The whole area.
In Philadelphia.
And Philly, and you don't hear about this. But it's something that actually happened, and something that's been kept quiet for years. And it's funny because every once in a while you hear about it on the anniversary, you'll hear a little bit about it. But other than that, it's basically like it never happened. You know.
So circling back to the Beyonce, so a lot of people had issues with her performance.
Yeah, how dare she?
You know, it's just like, I mean, that's just, look, I mean, at the end of the day, that's just opinion.
Yeah.
And the reality is, you know, something, we entertained it. So, yes, if she wants to go ahead and perform and, you know what I mean, perform in which way and, you know, send a message, that's her, that's
I saw the whole performance and
I saw it. I mean, I didn't think any of those things. Yeah, like
I didn't notice the sign. I kind of noticed the outfits, but I was like, they look hot, so I don't care.
Well, not for nothing.
I didn't recognize the sign or anything.
I mean, that's not the first time you've seen people all dressed up in black, you know, doing performing. Janet Jackson has done it. Like, a lot of people have done it. So to me, it was just, to me, I just felt like it was retro.
It was very reminiscent. That's what I thought initially.
It was retro, and then like everybody had the fro.
But part of the problem is that Beyonce, like Janet Jackson, in the black community, she was it. Yeah. But Beyonce, she in the black and the white, like white little girls.
Yeah, I thought they were going. That's
white
what I
little girls
thought.
What?
Love Beyonce.
So I mean,
because
her performance is, you know, it's, you know,
and it was on a platform that's, it's funny because it's on a platform that's supposed to be for everybody, but.
Yeah, look. In all fairness, I saw the performance.
That's what I thought they were going for.
I was just, I mean, huh?
I thought they were going for it. I didn't see, like when I first saw it, I didn't see Black Panther. I saw Rhythm Nation. That's what I thought she was going for. Because she had the band of the band.
Well, you know what's so funny, that it all depends on how you perceive it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, up until you mentioned, I mean, I know I saw in the news that Rudy Giuliani had, you know, complained about it, and I said to myself, well, that's because he's fucking looking at it like that. Because truthfully, I didn't fucking get any of that shit. But yeah, I mean, I understood that, you know, she was making a statement by saying Black Lives Matter. It is Black History Month, you know, something. It's her fucking right to do that shit. I like the outfits. I was digging the you know, the fro, because I was like, hey, that's a nice, you know, wig. I want one. And that was it. I didn't take offense to it. I didn't see all this shit that you guys are mentioning. I mean, I didn't even realize it was that big of a fucking backlash.
Well, you know, I'm only saying it because I've seen, like, I'm on, you know, I'm not Facebook crazy, but when I am on Facebook,
I'm not on Facebook.
You see, like, you see the people that you know, and and they make, and it's like, really, you're making this comment, like, this bothers you to that point? This has nothing to do with you.
Oh, you mean you people on
the people on Facebook? I'm like,
your friends and stuff on their feeds and shit.
And it's like, and it's not people that I don't know. It's like people that I actually know, that are smarter than this. And you look at them like, this is what you see when they do this. That's what you see.
Stacey
like this bothers you.
Like, in other words, you felt offended, or you
not
feel
offended.
Not
I feel
offended.
disappointed in the people that I know, and it's like, either you're not seeing it correctly, or you just see this, or I just saw you all the time that I've known you incorrectly. You know what I mean? It's like, remember back when you had the Confederate flag thing, and you were telling me that someone that you had known had to put up, you know, stuff about the Confederate flag. And,
oh yeah, like they didn't find anything offensive with it.
Right.
You
now
know what
there's actually a thing out there saying that if Beyonce didn't offend you and the Confederate flag offended you, then you're part of the problem. It's like, there's a big difference between Beyonce basically saying, I'm black and I'm proud and please don't kill me because of that, and a flag saying, you know, we like to kill black people. There's a big difference between those two statements. You know? Not to mention the Confederate flag that these people fly is not even the fucking Confederate flag. It's not the actual Confederate flag.
Dude, it's the fucking ideology. It's just the mindset.
Yeah.
Whoever's looking, and once again, like I said, I saw that shit.
Yeah.
I saw the halftime performance, and I don't understand why Coldplay. I felt like Coldplay was really, I don't know why they chose Coldplay, but I love Coldplay, but I didn't feel like Coldplay needed to be in the Super Bowl.
I think Coldplay has something to do with CBS, because tomorrow on a CBS show,
is the Grammys this month or something like that?
The Oscars.
The Oscars is this month.
Yeah, I know, but on a Hawaii 5-0, which is a CBS show, they're gonna have like they advertise 3 brand new Coldplay songs. So they must
okay.
have like a tie-in or something with CBS. Like maybe
Alright,
their
so it's
label
probably
is
something.
under. Yeah, their label might be under CBS.
Well, look,
or
I just
something
saw
like
it as
that.
a performance. I didn't see it. Like I said, the perception. Because I mean,
Look,
it's how
aside from Beyonce, it was a pretty shitty halftime performance. Anyway, you know what I mean? I mean, come on, Bruno Mars was there a couple of years ago, and he did it already. And Coldplay.
Look, to me, like I said, I felt like Coldplay was a little off because that's mellow music.
It's
not
stoner
really,
music.
It's what?
Stoner music.
Why you get high to Coldplay?
No, it's stoner. Yeah.
Is it really
Not
stoner
really.
music?
No, Coldplay's not.
No.
Coldplay's kind of. What's funny? I like the older Coldplay stuff. I don't like the newer Coldplay stuff. You know what is funny? They advertised it as Coldplay was the halftime show, and I'm sorry, but Coldplay was a small part of their halftime show.
Yeah.
That was the Beyonce halftime show.
Well, I like Coldplay. I just feel like Coldplay is not amp up music. It's not like, you know what I mean? Coldplay is like chill music.
And I'm not a fan of Beyonce's. I'll buy a Coldplay album before I buy a Beyonce album, if I buy any albums at all. But Beyonce was better than the fucking. She was way better. And Lady Gaga.
Well, she had like a big, expansive, routine. Like she had dancers. Yeah, it was a big production. She had dancers. Awesome. She had, marching band. She had explosion. She had
insurgents.
I was about to say she had like girls and girls all dressed up nicely with their hair done, and it was cool. But I didn't feel like Coldplay fell into that, so I just felt like one of these things was doing its own thing. So
it didn't fit together, and the styles of music didn't really mesh together.
I felt like it was a hodgepodge, but
it was weird.
Look, I just watched Super Bowl. I don't know. I just watched Super Bowl commercials because I want to see the commercials and just to check out the halftime show. And I mean, I loosely watched the game.
Speaking
the game
of
didn't seem
commercials,
like it was
have you seen the Acura commercial with what's the guy, Christopher Walken? I think it's the Acura.
Oh yeah. He has the socks.
Yeah.
No, you know what I like? The Puppy Monkey Baby. Puppy Monkey Baby. It's a pug.
That was weird. Yeah. It was like, what is that?
It's a pug head with a monkey body and baby legs. Yeah, obviously that one is crazy funny.
And that was for like Mountain Dew, right?
Yeah, some new Mountain Dew.
That has coffee, energy drink, and some other shit. Yeah. It's
just really fucking funny.
That's a stoner shit. That's something like a fucking someone would get high and be like, let me Puppy Monkey Baby. That's stoner shit. Yeah.
Puppy Monkey Baby. I've been hearing a lot about, speaking of stoner shit, DMT. Like people are taking DMT like left and right now.
What's a DMT?
DMT is. Isn't it like the base component in THC that makes you actually get? Isn't that what?
THC is tetrahydrogen.
But the DMT is.
DMT is from a plant, and they basically extract it by
and they smoke it.
And they smoke it.
Yeah, and it's like an 8-minute high, but it's like 8 minutes of like, it's the chemical that floods your brain.
Yeah, when you sleep.
When you die. At the moment of death, right before you go. It floods your brain. They're saying that's why like when Steve Jobs died, his last words were like, "Oh wow, oh wow, oh wow," and because it just floods your brain with like DMT.
It's similar to.
It says here, that's a dimethyltryptamine. Say it again.
Dimethyltryptamine.
Get close to the
dimethyltryptamine.
Okay.
That sounds perfect. It's a hallucinogenic drug, which means you're likely to experience a distorted view of objects and reality, and it can cause hallucinations. Its effects are similar to LSD and magic mushrooms.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
I'm gonna need to get some DMT and try this out.
But
if you have magic mushrooms, then you know what it's like.
Magic mushrooms too intense. It's too long.
It's
like ayahuasca, but ayahuasca is way too long.
Ayahuasca,
it's like 6 hours.
Yeah, that's long.
No, but
have you had ayahuasca? Yeah, where?
Where?
What? Did you go someplace?
Well,
did you go on a trip or some shit?
Not in the United States, because in the United States that would be illegal.
No shit.
Oh, they're doing it now.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So where was your experience and what was it like?
It was good.
Where did you do it? Was it a drink? Did you drink it and stuff like that?
Basically, it's two things. The dimethyltryptamine is the active component, but if you take it orally, like the acids in your stomach will counteract it, so you don't feel anything. So you have to take another thing, which is MAOI inhibitor, and that's how it becomes.
So if you was to take this by itself,
well, this is
I know DMT people now are smoking it.
Yeah.
And it's like an 8 to 10 minute high.
Yeah.
But I know the ayahuasca, when you do the ayahuasca thing, you drink it.
Yeah.
If you do the traditional way, you drink it, but your first couple of hours it's like thrown up because it's.
Well, yeah.
Well, no. I mean that like with anything you hear about it, you throw up, but after you throw up, you feel feel good.
Yeah, but you spend the first,
So then you did something. You tried this, but in order to get the effects of this, you had to have something else to trigger this, because the way you took it, naturally, your body would have just naturally absorbed it, and you wouldn't have felt anything. So you had to take something to kind of offset that to get the effects.
Whereas the chemical, when you extract it, it goes into the bloodstream through your lungs automatically.
Okay.
So you don't need that.
I'm surprised I haven't figured out a way to vape it. That would probably be like the best way, because you know.
Yeah, no, that is when they're talking about smoking it. That's vaporizing.
Oh, because I know if you.
Do they make it into like a wax or something?
No, it's
a resin.
It's like a powder crystal, and they put it in a pipe, and they don't burn it. They just heat it up, and it vaporizes.
Oh, okay.
And you inhale the vapors.
I never done it like that. But
I've had magic mushrooms.
I stay away from. If you had mushrooms, it's similar. It's very similar.
Yeah, I mean, I've had mushrooms, and some people like they drink it. I've eaten them. The times that I've done it, it's just basically by eating them.
Like acid is different, because acid, there's a psychological component, whereas ayahuasca, when you take it, even if you take a real high dose, you're normal, like we're talking now.
Yeah.
You have
it's better for like, it's supposed to be really, really good for people with like PTSD.
It's good for a lot of things. Like I took it. It's good for martial arts. You practice like forms and. It's good for a lot of things.
How does it make you feel? Like.
It's
when you say it's good to practice martial arts, what did you like? It helps you focus, or like help you get into a meditative state or something.
It's supposed to be good for lucid dreaming.
You know,
it's good for a lot of things.
Well, I'm just asking because the reason I'm saying this because I've done the magic mushrooms, so I not for nothing. I feel like it's a very good experience. I mean, visually, you know, depending on how much you eat and how like it affects your body and goes through it. So, I mean. You vomit. Some people vomit. It makes you feel like you want to vomit or go to the bathroom because it makes you really lax.
Yeah, that too.
And you start, it starts with the flatulence. You start farting and all that shit. And then once you get past that, then the visuals come in because I guess the alkaline in the mushroom, whatever, affects the alkaline in your brain, and that causes like you see color depending where you are. And what you're doing and where your mindset is also, but you see colors, you see trails. The best way to describe it, I feel like it's like if you smoke like a lot of weed, that you feel like mellow and cool and you're relaxed, and it's just like if you have like a lot of alcohol, right? That you feel. For me, I get giddy and happy, so it just made me like peppy and stuff like that, but without feeling like I just drank a whole bottle of booze, without feeling like I just smoked up a whole bunch of shit. Like it's very clean and like it feels very natural. It's very natural. Clean and natural. It's not
like acid. I've done acid, and when you're coming down from it, you feel it's not.
You feel shitty. You feel shitty. Yeah. This shit, like mushrooms, I did not feel that with the mushrooms.
And another thing is like if you're thinking about something, like you think clearer, faster, and you could solve a problem
I know, it always seemed like, why didn't I think of that shit? Yeah.
I mean, it's good.
I like it.
And
It was a really interesting, good
and
experience.
for your like people who take it to get rid of parasites and it's good for the blood. It's good for a lot of things. But some people shouldn't do it.
Yeah,
It's not for everybody, because some people are just wound up a little too tight.
Yeah.
I mean, this is I'm
people
abbreviating the
are
whole thing. Like, some people are just wound up a little too tight. So something like that, and if you're a person who likes to be in control all the time, this shit is not for you, because you know you have to kind of let go. And if you're a very guarded person and stuff like that, your experience may be different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, mushrooms were interesting. I just didn't like the length of time. You know what I mean? After a while, it's just like, fuck. It's like the kid. Is this forever?
That's a part of it, because when
it goes through your system.
It's really like when the first time I did mushrooms, it was cool. Like it felt like a million years, and then I looked at the watch, it's like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
No, not even that.
The first time I did it, someone didn't tell me what the dosage was, and I just ate mushrooms.
I did too. What are you talking about? I was like,
oh, speaking of doses, there's a thing that I used to do a lot, but it's microdosing. And that's good for like.
What's microdosing?
Well, it's just taking a dose that's just below. Just below the threshold of where you can say, yeah, I feel it or whatever, and like people take it like to study. Like a lot of college kids are doing, like take finals and stuff.
Yeah.
And what's that dude? There's this guy that a famous baseball player that he was a pitcher, and he threw a no-hit. Game.
Oh, because he said he was like on LSD.
Yeah.
I forgot his name.
But he had done it the night before, and he's still feeling it.
Really?
Yeah. But it's like that, now people are. It's a big thing now.
Doc Ellis, there you go.
Yeah, it's coming back. I mean,
what, LSD or mushrooms?
Well, DMT right now. Right now, DMT is
Yeah,
really, really big. You hear about it everywhere, but it's almost at that hippie stage, the hippie movement stage. You know what I mean? Like this is the kind of people, but it's getting out there, because people are taking a lot of shit that's just fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Molly and this and that. It's just, come on. You know, really
well, I did
you're fucking with things that can leave
MDMA like in the 90s when it was real, when it was really MDMA. Like now it's not. You don't know what it is.
But they don't. That's like Quaalude. Like if you get Quaaludes now, it's made by some kind of like pirate companies, and it's like that. There's a lot of. That's the same thing with steroids. A lot of people don't know. Like a lot of steroids, they stopped making them like 20, 30 years ago. So what you really have is like these pirate labs making them. So you really don't know what's in them. You know, they used to be like, remember they would have a book that would come out like every 6 months to a year that would tell you what's real and what's not. Because you would go out there and spend $2,000 and $3,000 on steroids, and it would be all fake shit. You would have all fake, that had maybe a little bit of actual steroid in it, and the rest of it was all just oil. So you didn't know what you were getting and, you know, what you were injecting into yourself, and it's scary not to know. You know, and this is funny because that's how supplements work.
Yeah.
Like a lot of supplements, you don't know what's really in there. Like they just busted a whole bunch of companies recently for putting like
sand and
fake shit.
in like
like some companies what they do is like when they come out with something new, like they'll test it, like do a test run, like the first batch, like they'll put like testosterone on it, real low dose.
Oh, real, yeah. There used to be a site. I think it was called Uncle Steve's. It was called, and on that site you could go and it will tell you what supplements you could buy in Amazon that had actual steroids. Yeah. That's how they were selling them through Amazon, but certain things would have certain things, and at a certain point they would stop putting the actual stuff in it, and then you would have to go to something else.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how they were doing it for a while. Yeah. They caught on to that shit quick. Amazon was like, no, fuck that. The same thing, a lot of times, like, you buy the stuff, like those fake Viagra's, the herbal Viagra's, and they have steroids in them, like in the gas stations and stuff, you know, to work. But that's crazy shit. You never know what you're putting in your body. At least with weed, and something you know it's weed.
Like,
you know what I mean?
That's funny. If you know about ayahuasca and know how to make it, and when you're walking through like the wooded areas, you could smell it. You could smell the trees that might have it. Like you.
What's it smell like?
You can't describe it.
No.
But I guess you get used to. Remember when we were little, they used to go.
Yeah.
They used to go and they used to find the plants for the baths.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You could find them wild, like the pasote and all
Yeah.
that stuff. And once you picked it, you knew what it was. You could smell it and you knew what it was.
Mm.
Yeah, you can go out there and get it. Yeah, that's crazy though. There's a funny back to the Super Bowl. Not everybody gives a shit, but there's a funny meme out there with the Cam Newton, the quarterback that lost.
Mm-hmm.
They were making fun of him because there was a press conference and he got up in the middle of the press conference and just left like all pouty and shit.
Okay.
And they did remember the old Andy Griffith show?
Well, I remember the show.
Yeah,
I didn't watch
at
it.
the end of it was basically Andy Griffith was the father. He was like a sheriff, and then the son was Richie Cunningham.
Mm-hmm.
Ron Howard, he was a little kid, and there was one episode where his father at the end is explaining to him how to be a good loser and everything, and he's like on the couch like, you know how kids pout?
Yeah, but he's not the first.
No, but they took Cam
person to
Newton's
do something
face
like that.
and they put it on Richie Cunningham's body, and you see him explaining to the kid, and the kid is like,
Who was it? Was it him, the one that got that penalty? They got like for unsportsmanlike conduct. Was it him? There was somebody that knocked the ball.
Else.
It was somebody that somebody on their team knocked. I forgot.
No, it wasn't him though. That was someone
knocked
else.
The ball.
See, it wouldn't really. I mean, if you get pissed, you get pissed. But the man came showing up with he showed up at the beginning of the game with like a Superman shirt on, like he's the best in the world.
Who?
Cam Newton. He wore gold MVP shoes. It's like really, and then you lose the game.
He's a kid. He's like 20 something.
Yeah, but it's like you know, if you're gonna
what?
He's a kid.
if you're gonna floss and you lose, you gotta take it. You gotta go Liotta style.
What's that?
That's some fingers in the booty hole.
Nah, that's
That's Kanye, right?
West.
You know what's funny? You saw what he did? He put something up, a tweet that said, big letters. It says Bill Cosby innocent, and everybody's like, we see through your shit, and you still fingers in the booty, bitch. Stop trying to deflect. You know what I mean? So they scream at him because of Bill Cosby shit. They're not falling for this. He's so stupid. I would if Amber Rose ever said, I put my fingers in your booty hole. I put my fingers in Tony Conde's booty hole. I'd be like, okay, it's all good. As long as it's Amber Rose, I don't give a shit.
No.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't Terry Crews saying that he put his fingers in your
Yeah,
asshole.
that'd be a different story.
Nah, I went to the doctor because I had gotten a shot. It was an anthrax shot,
Mm-hmm.
and like a week or 2 weeks after, I kept pissing. So like every 5 minutes I had to piss. So I went to the doctor and it was this big brolic guy. He's like,
Oh, they have to check their prostate.
no, yeah. So he's like, you might have an enlarged prostate. He asked me how old I was.
Mm-hmm.
So and then he's like, we might have to go up and check. But his fingers were like huge. I was like, nah, that's all right. I take my chances.
Can we lower that 3 to 1? It's funny because my doctor's female. She's old, but she's still cute. She's like that Helen Mirren type cute. She's attractive for old lady.
Okay.
And she's always she's like prostate exam. All right, there you go. Feel free.
You know what I don't understand? Why is it that men have a problem with fingers up their ass, but yet they're willing to put their fingers up chicks' asses? I don't get it.
No, I don't do anything with the booty hole.
Okay, all right, no, that's cool. No, because there's some people who are like, look, I don't like that shit, whatever. But I mean, if I don't understand how some people,
I don't have a problem with it. I'm all good.
I don't understand. I feel like some people don't. I feel like people don't admit to that shit. I was like, and who gives a shit? Honestly, so what? That's fucking. I don't have nothing to do with Kanye's asshole or Amber Rose.
It's just funny.
I just like the denial.
You know
it's
what I mean?
hilarious. The denial's hilarious. Like, why are you even bothering to? Why you care? Yeah. Amber Rose. It's not like Buffy said he did it to you. Amber Rose said she did it. It's all good. Leave it alone. Shit, she's cute.
Buffy probably did.
Well, oh man, it's just ridiculous. And the whole thing is, and it's funny because the whole thing isn't a weird whole thing. It's just teasing him, and he's the kind of person that you could tease and he'll respond every fucking time. Did you see the airport video of him? Mm-mm. He was walking to the airport and one of the TMZ reporters told him, "How did it feel when Amber Perfect is?"
Oh, what was his response?
He turned around and tried to hit the guy. He was like,
really?
He was like, I'm just playing.
Who said he just playing? Kanye or the reporter?
The reporter guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was, come on, man. This is not fighting, please. I thought we got over this like way back with the Sopranos. Remember who was it that was fucking Joey Pants? Remember Joey Pants? Was it Joey Pants that he was with Tony Soprano's sister? Whoever was married to Tony Soprano's sister was a fucking freak with dildos and everything. It was
married to her?
Yeah, remember one of the
I know his sister.
It was a fucking hilarious storyline. One of the mobsters got married to Tony Soprano's sister. And Tony Soprano's sister was a freak. She was like putting
and Mateo, whatever her name.
No. The sister was Totoro. The Totoro sister. I think it's Andrea. Is Andrea Totoro or Audrey Totoro?
Her name. I just know her name is Janice, and she's related to one. She's related. I think she may be related to
the Totoro brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's one scene where the guy goes to the phone and she has like the big dildo. Mm-hmm. I think she winds up killing him by mistake or some shit like that.
Ada. Well, her name is
Ada Totoro, yes.
Yeah, but I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember who the fuck she was married to.
Yeah,
I didn't know she was.
I don't know if she got married to him or she was just living with him, but for a while she
wasn't married. I don't think she was married to anybody.
She had a kid with him. Remember, she had a kid.
I don't remember none of that stuff. I'm just trying to remember who the fuck it was that.
Yeah.
In the cast that.
It was just a funny ass storyline and.
No, there was the one guy that was married that he got busted in the fucking gay club.
Oh, that was yes, that was.
Yeah, he fled, and they went after him, and they killed him.
Yeah, that was fucked up. He was cool too, that dude. That's Johnny Cakes. Remember Johnny Cakes?
Johnny Cakes was
the gay guy was the one that he moved. I think he ran to New Hampshire, and he fell in love with some guy working in a diner. And he used to say, "You like Johnny Cakes," because he used to make the Johnny Cakes, the little pancakes.
Yeah, but I'm trying to remember who
he was the chef. Wasn't he the chef? In real life, he's a chef in Little Italy.
I don't remember the guy's name. It's not.
It wasn't Big Pussy. It was.
Let me see. Little Pussy, you mean?
No, his name. I think his real name. His name is Joey something.
Joey Pants.
No, Joey Pants is the other. That's Joe Pantolioni.
Damn, there's so many people that died on that show that
I know it's hard.
It's just like, was it Ralph? Ralph Cifero?
No, Ralph is that in real life? What's his name? Joe?
No, that was for the horse.
What? Oh, was that the horse that they did the painting of? The guy sitting on top of the horse?
Yeah, Pyomai, whatever it was.
It's funny because they were all strange fucking cats. Like when you really got down to it, they were strange.
Ralph Cifero was the one that used to date Janice. That's Joe Pantoliano.
It was. See, it was Joey Pants. Yeah.
And that he was weird or whatever. That she's like, yeah, he used to like all that weird shit or whatever. Yeah. And that I guess in the end they ended up cutting off his head or something. Yeah,
they killed him. But I think he had a kid with her, and that it was always like they never told her that they killed him. They told her that he had to go away. But, eventually she figured it out. She was a weird one, too. They were all strange.
Who, Janice?
Yeah.
Well, they were
she was bipolar. She was like the mother.
They were a dysfunctional family. Yeah. Not for nothing, like, everybody's family has some type of level of shit.
Yeah. That shit was hilarious, though. Because I remember when he's like, they come to visit him and he has, like, the leather thing on and she has a picture like that. I still haven't. It's funny because I haven't sat down and listened. Like I want to listen to Artie Lang and see what he says about. Because I know the Italians are not gonna let Ray Liotta get away.
Oh, you talking about last Thursday's episode?
Yeah.
Let me ask you because I only we're talking about Shades of Blue.
I don't watch it.
I just saw that one episode last week from last Thursday when my friend was here. But I mean, I didn't see the first 3 episodes. In the first 3 episodes, did they ever made like? Did that come out of the movie? Yeah, was that from the beginning, or is it just something that happened in the second episode?
In the third, I think it's 5 episodes, but in the third one, like he's talking to the guy, and then all of a sudden they start kissing, and you're like, what the fuck? and then the one after that, he's talking to he's something happened. He's in a bar playing pool. And then some guy walks up to him, and they start talking, and then they go out back, and the other guy's sucking his dick.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see, I'm wondering if, like, they sold him on the script without telling him that, or because that would be hilarious.
Yeah, oh, by the way,
because Ray Liotta doesn't seem like the kind of person who'll take a part and then not sell them.
But there's something is the first time on TV that I know whatever. Was when to get back at the guy that stole the car.
Mm-hmm.
He had these 2 gay black guys basically rape him, and they put him in a barber chair, and they had the guy zip down his pants. So basically, and there's primetime TV. So basically
they didn't show it, but the thing is they do the setup, all right? Yeah. So Ray Liotta gets the main drug dealer guy, and he was like, look, I won't tell anybody. I'm the only one that knows. The secret is safe with me or whatever. Yeah. Ray Liotta wasn't having it. So he got I think like the rival guys, these 2 guys that only the 2 guys that I don't know. I thought they were I thought they were like drug dealers too. Yeah, they have their barber shop. So he got them. He got
informants basically.
Okay, I didn't know if they were gay or not, but the thing is that I just what they did was they put the the head drug dealer, the Spanish dude, in the barber chair. He was tied up so he couldn't move. So then they tipped the chair back. One guy's holding the camcorder while the other guy's undoing his pants. But you don't see no cop come out, no nothing.
But it's primetime TV.
Is it implied?
It's implied. It's implied that they're gonna mouth rape him.
Yeah, and that was the beginning. There's more stuff that happened to him. It's implied, but it's still.
I mean, they didn't show any. I saw the episode. I mean, they in your head, whatever's gonna,
on jail and they.
No, but there's a movie. That's a movie. There's like 10 o'clock.
It's funny. It reminds me of, remember a few years back.
You feel like they're getting more edgy with the material and shit.
Yeah.
You mean? I thought the same thing. I thought the same thing too. I was like, oh, okay, so they're getting a little bit more,
It's funny when it comes to changing stuff like that on TV. It really doesn't come slowly. Let's use the pun. It's a thing where it'll be like one scene everybody complain about, and then everything else will just be like it's normal now. You know what I mean? Like there was a point where you didn't have. Remember Soap? You didn't have gay characters on TV until that show Soap came out with Billy Crystal, and then after that. And it's funny because they made a big deal about that, and then there was nothing of it when the show went off the air, and it took another 30 years, and now you have Modern Family where there's actually a gay couple on screen, and nobody says anything about it, which is fine, but it took a long time. It took a real long time for it to go back. I mean, I don't have a problem. It doesn't bother me, but I mean, if you want to watch. If you don't, it's funny because there was. A few years ago on Howard Stern, I don't know if you remember this, there was a guy, Scott the engineer, that they basically used to make fun of him because he would do anything for money. And they had actually made a bet where if he couldn't, because he was starting some exercise regimen, and they were like, if you can't lose a certain amount of weight within a certain amount of time, you have to get fucked by somebody. And
what is this?
Howard Stern.
Okay.
It was a guy, and the guy was like, okay, I'll go ahead with that. And they went and planned this whole thing where, what was his name? Fuck. It was a famous black porn star. What the hell was his name? He was, oh, fuck. He was like one of the most famous ones. Anyway, the black porn star was. They were making plans to have a pay-per-view where this black porn star fucks this guy, and I'm telling you, they set everything up. This was a done deal, but nobody bothered to say, is this black porn star gonna go along with this or not? And when they finally contacted, he was like, I'm not gay. I don't do gay stuff. I mean, what the fuck you guys are setting this all up? I'm forgetting what the fuck this guy's name was. But it was just funny because they just figured because he was a porn star he was gonna do gay shit, and he was like in shock. He was like, I don't do any of this stuff. So, and the other guys.
So your
like,
point, I mean, your point to your point is what? Not,
not
everybody's gonna be into that shit.
No. I'm just saying it reminds me of it because the two black guys just went and fucked this guy. But there was no setup like, are these two guys gay?
Yes, that's what I mean. Like that's why I was watching. I was like, what? I was so confused. And then the thing is that the scene where
I can see if like one of them happened to be.
Yeah, thank you. But nobody was
just on the camera.
It's just like like okay, so I'm gonna get you and you're gonna go mouth rape this dude without even checking if y'all cool with it first.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Somebody will be like, I'm gonna do what?
Exactly. Like wait a minute. What are we doing? I'll hold the camera. I'll be like, I'll just hold the camera. You go and do that. And then what's hilarious is that scene where Ray Liotta goes into the theater to meet his his lover, and it's so funny because I had no idea that was his lover, and then when I thought it was like an informing type of thing, right? And then when he went in and leaned in to kiss him, it just seemed so fake. Like I thought like I was like, wait a minute, was that supposed to be a kiss because that's his lover or?
Has he ever done like gay shit in a movie though before? I don't think so. And was he in
that has
Internal
nothing to do
Affairs?
with it.
No, because like a lot of I don't maybe he's just not comfortable doing it yet, or he's not.
I just thought it was bad acting in that scene.
But he's not a bad actor though. That's the thing. Radio's not a bad actor. Like he should be able to sell a, come on.
I don't know. I just thought maybe there was just too much going on in the episode. I don't know. It just to me it just seemed very forced. It didn't seem like if that was a
literally.
Yeah, like if that was I don't know. It just didn't seem natural. That when I saw the scene, I was like, wait a minute. I had to ask my friend. I said, wait, is he gay? Like I don't get it. Like was that supposed to be like a kiss or he was just like?
It's not a tub of Vaseline in sight.
I don't know. It was just so blah. Like I didn't get what was going on.
I'm gonna have to.
But in all fairness, I mean, I just jumped in like I guess mid-4th or 5th episode.
Other than that, is it a good show?
Yeah, it is. It's good.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
I just saw one episode. It seemed like there's a lot of shit going on.
There's a lot of stuff on TV right now, and I'm trying to manage the DVR with what I watch and what I.
It's not as good as Blueprint. That's the name.
That's coming back soon. But I started watching that as that. I like the girl.
But it's good.
Awesome. I love the girl in the Blueprint.
Oh yeah, she
started off in Kyle X. You ever see Kyle XY? In Kyle XY, the main guy he's like a clone, but he's a younger version of a guy that exists. And it's funny because in the show, it was really good casting. Like he actually looked like a younger version of the guy he was supposed to be. But she was the girl version of him. She was like a clone, and her clone, she was a clone of Ali Sheedy. Ali Sheedy played the original version of her. And at the time she was younger, they actually did look a lot alike. I remember her from that. She's in the Thor movies and stuff. I like her. She's cool.
Yeah, she's good. She does look like a young
Ali Sheedy. Yeah, she did.
It was not good for her because the old Ali Sheedy's.
Ali Sheedy's alright. They've shown her recently in movies and stuff. Yeah, Ali Sheedy's cool.
No, she just ain't for you.
I'm a Breakfast Club fan. I'm all in with the Ali Sheedy. But man, it was cool. I don't know, they canceled that show out of nowhere. I don't know why. But.
No, which show is good? The Last Stand, the submarine one?
I don't think that's the Last Ship.
The Last Ship.
Yeah. I don't know if that's coming back in. That's a good show too.
That was good.
What was that about?
It was basically
there's a plague.
No. This one with submarine. The submarine that had nukes got stranded or shipwrecked or whatever, and the government was going to use that to do like an overthrow or some shit. I saw it a while ago, so I don't know. I don't remember. But it was
the last ship that I know is the one with the guy who looks like Leonardo DiCaprio.
No, that's not.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, that one is that. There was.
What was this playing? Like what show was this?
It was.
This is like a cable show, or is this like a TV show?
NBC, I think.
No, the one I'm talking about is TNT. It's good though. I know The Walking Dead is supposed to come back this weekend. It's supposed to.
Is this like the final season or no?
No, they're not gonna finish anytime soon. They're gonna be around forever and ever. The Walking Dead is making money. They're not going nowhere. You really do need to finish the night before. It's a funny fucking.
I mean,
you gotta see this. But Michael Shannon is fucking awesome in that movie.
I don't. If it's Seth Rogen and the other guy.
It's Seth Rogen.
Like Paul
Anthony.
Blart.
It's
Paul
Anthony.
Blart, Mall Cop guy.
No, it's not.
The
It's
guy
Seth
with the
Rogen.
Fro. You know what I'm talking about? And anything with him in it, I just can't watch.
Seth Rogen is good.
Who are you comparing? Who are you talking about?
Remember Paul Blart, Mall Cop?
Yeah.
The comic.
Was it the first one or the second one?
The first
one. Here Comes the Boom is a good movie.
No, not that guy. Anyway, I think he was in Pineapple Express. But
Seth Rogen.
No, not Seth Rogen.
James Franco.
No. Anyway.
Danny McBride.
Danny McBride.
He's not Jewish, is he?
Not
Danny McBride is gonna be in the new Alien movie. It's gonna be him and Michael Fassbender.
Just that type of.
No, it's good. It's really good.
I'm like, what?
Did you see Observe and Report? It's funny, so Observe and Report and Mall Cop came out at the same time, and they're almost the same movie, but Observe and Report is way better.
Observe and Report is the one with Seth Rogen.
Yeah, no, it's with it's with Seth Rogen and Danny McBride. Ray Liotta's in it. He plays the cop. Yeah, they came out at the same time, but the other one got more of a push.
I'm trying to figure out who the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, you talking about the kid? Jonah Hill?
No, it's forget about it.
No, I'm sorry, watch it the night before. Watch it. It's fucking funny. It is so goddamn funny. I don't know. What do you do? Click.
It's like,
oh shit.
Just those type of comedies, they're okay, but I just.
I'll tell you this much: they're goofy comedies. They're like, I guess, like what you would call stoner, I guess, goofy comedies.
Yeah, they're stuff ahead of the old Cheech and Chong stuff. They're way better than the old Cheech and Chong movies.
No,
yes, they are. No. They're way better than those. If you watch those Cheech and Chong movies now, they're so
I've seen.
They're hard to watch because they don't really follow a narrative. They just it's kind of.
You have to be stoned.
Go as you go.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, see this one. It's really good. You're like, it's funny.
Well, I mean, I saw up until till they got to the karaoke bar, and Seth Rogen's mushrooms kicked in, and then he does a whole bunch of coke to kind of, I guess, level him out, and this just not working.
His girlfriend for Christmas gives him a box of drugs.
His wife.
Yeah, his wife.
She's
pregnant too.
She's gonna have a baby soon. So for Christmas, she said, you've been really, really good. You've been really supportive and stuff like that. So I just want you to have, one night, that you can go out, go all crazy and stuff. So she gives him like a little box.
Of drugs.
Yeah, and it's not like a huge box. Like she gives him like a joint, a couple of pills, a little coke, and he was like, "Oh my God, I haven't done coke in 11 years." She was like, I don't think anybody has, or some shit like that.
She got it from Craigslist.
Yeah, she got it from Craigslist.
It's really fucking funny. And the other guy, he's a football player. Anthony Mackie, he's a football player.
Mm-hmm. He's trying really hard to impress, I guess, the other people on his team.
But he's an older guy. He's like 34, and he's never really taken off. So he just started taking steroids, and now he's like breaking out, and everybody's paying mind to him. And the other one, I don't know. He can't commit to anything. That's what's his name? The Walk. What the fuck is that kid's name?
Joseph.
Joseph, yeah.
Him.
He's basically depended on those two as his friends for a long time because he lost his parents.
Mm-hmm.
And every Christmas they're supposed to get together and hang out and, do whatever they do. And
well, I mean, the
it's
beginning
really
of the movie, when they show him a current date, which is, I guess it's his last Christmas or whatever. I guess he's aware it's his last Christmas.
Well, no, what's happening is that the guy's becoming too famous to do it, and the other guy's about to have a kid, so he's supposedly going to be too busy to keep doing this every Christmas.
Well, the whole thing is that they're all going with the expectation that this is going to be the last time because everybody is busy with like lives and stuff. So, Anthony Mackie and Seth Rogen are a little bit not worried but concerned for their friend because they're not going to be around like that. Mm-hmm. So they don't know how he's going to take it, and I guess he broke up with his girlfriend. And because later on, I think he sees her at the bar. Doesn't he see her at the bar?
Mindy Kaling.
Yeah, but then they're going to the same Nutcracker party later on. So I haven't gotten as far as to the Nutcracker party. I'm just up to the bar where Mindy gets fucking nosebleed in her drink from Seth Rogen, and she's like drinking it, and his nose is all bloody and shit.
It's funny. The movies always have like the secret party that's going on somewhere, and then club somewhere underground, and. Haven't worked in that's what it is. You'll see, and haven't worked in clubs and stuff. I've never seen like the secret club party in the secret location, and Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist where they have to follow the bunny around and find out where the party is.
Yeah, they have.
I've never seen that.
Well, they'll have those treasure hunts now.
Oh yeah, that's a new thing. Yeah, okay.
No, it's
not new. No.
Since the 90s.
Yeah. Yeah, they send people like on, and then at the end there's a big party. What?
It's cool when they get to the party, though. I'd say watch it. It's really good. Mm-hmm. It's really good. There's another one, Southbound, that's supposed to be really good, and it's by the people that made. You saw VHF? VHS? No, VHS. It's like a found footage thing where there's a bunch of guys break into a house. And
I saw an 8mm.
No. You know what's funny? I saw that recently. That's a good movie.
Is that with Nicolas Cage?
Yeah. Nicolas Cage and Joaquin Phoenix.
The snuff movie thing?
Yeah. They made a part 2 to that, too. I didn't see the part 2.
Yeah, I didn't see the part 2.
It's called, you said Southbound?
Southbound. Yeah. And it's like an anthology about different stories of people going down the highway, I guess, to the same area. And each one of those different stories is like a little horror film. But if you've ever seen VHS is fucking... They go into a house and they find like a whole bunch of monitors and a whole bunch of videotapes, and the people watch the videotapes.
Oh, and there's a dead man
in
the house.
Yeah. And then slowly they start dying. They made like 2 or 3 of those, and they were all good.
I watched it with you, man.
Yeah, they were all good. Remember you saw the ABCs?
I saw the ABCs.
The ABCs of that. That's a crazy version of VHS.
That's when I said, yo, the Japanese have a fucking interesting...
Oh, yeah. There's a thing where they have to...
you saw that shit, the ABCs of...
And yeah, there's a short film in it. I think it's called Ejaculation. Is it E for ejaculation? Like, ABCs of Death is they go through the ABCs.
The Japanese one was, I think, the Japanese one was all the way towards the end.
Was it?
Yeah.
I know, it's they have 2 people in a chair, right?
It's a game show with 2 people
on a chair.
God.
Oh yeah.
And they bring out something they have to masturbate to it, and the first person who finishes doesn't get killed. But it's like, of course, the more you go, the harder it is for you to finish. And they keep bringing this nasty, like, the things you have to masturbate to is like the nastiest things you could ever see. Like at one point, it's like something getting killed and. It's just nasty. That
was because there's a couple of Japanese directors, because there's that one, and then there's the one with like all the phalluses, the people dressed up as Nazis and stuff. And then there's the one with the door. And then there's like
it's famous directors.
There's like big bushes and shit, and I'm not talking about bushes like shrubbery. I'm talking about like corn bush like.
No, what they did was they took different directors and big directors. And these big directors are the ones that did these short films. So
really,
yeah.
All right. So I looked up Southbound. It says 5 interlocking tales of terror follow the fates of a group of weary travelers who confront their worst nightmares and darkest secrets over one long night on a desolate stretch of desert highway.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's supposed to be good. I'll probably be watching that tonight. That's tonight's movie.
Southbound.
Yeah, it looks good.
And it's only an hour and a half, so that's
you ever seen Lost Highway?
Who's in that one?
Isn't Ray Liotta in that?
No,
that's the one from
the guy who did Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
It's Bill Pullman, Patricia Arquette.
There's a lot of people in that movie. I think Patricia Arquette's brother's in it too. The Alexis Arquette is in it. That's a weird movie. I don't remember the whole thing.
It's good.
I just know it's crazy.
And another one is The Funeral with Christopher Walken.
That one I've never seen.
You never seen? You have to see it.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Really?
Yeah, it's Christopher Walken, Chris Penn.
Lost Highway's from '97. That's a long time ago. Which was The Funeral?
The Funeral with Chris Penn.
I spell funeral.
Wait, is that the one with Dennis Leary's in it too?
F-U-N.
That's the one with Dennis Leary too, right? Where they all take somebody.
96, holy shit.
They take somebody.
Going even further back.
They kidnap someone and it turns out he's a mobster's kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dennis Leary's in it too.
He is.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in that. Dennis Leary, Jay Moores.
No. That you're talking different.
The Funeral. This is the one you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
It says New York City's in the 1930s. A powerful crime family is caught in a lethal crossfire between union organizers and brutal corporate bosses. Against this turbulent backdrop, the family's 3 street-hardened brothers and the woman they love are about to be plunged into a deadly confrontation with their enemies, with each other, and their own dark heritage of violence, madness, and murder. I just like Christopher Walken.
Yeah, it's
I like the Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead. That's an old ass movie, but that movie is fucking awesome.
It's so funny when I saw that Christopher Walken on that commercial during the Super Bowl. I was just like, please don't die.
Well, he has a movie coming out where he's a warlock and he turns, Kevin Spacey into a cat. Did you see the trailer for that movie?
Is coming out?
Yeah, it's a brand new movie. It's about to come out. He turns Kevin Spacey into a cat.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole movie is Kevin Spacey.
But if it's him and Kevin Spacey,
it should be interesting. I don't know. Kevin Spacey has one coming out with Michael Shannon, where Michael Shannon plays Elvis, and Kevin Spacey is Nixon. I think it's coming straight to Netflix. Either Netflix or Amazon. And it's about the first meeting between Nixon and Elvis. It looks funny as shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's called 9 Lives?
Yes, 9 Lives.
It's like 24 hours.
Yeah.
It says, after surviving a terrible accident, a workaholic billionaire, Kevin Spacey, finds himself magically trapped inside the body of a cat that he gave to his daughter for her 11th birthday. Oh, it comes out this summer. It's a Barry Sonnenfeld movie.
Oh, then it should actually be pretty good. Barry Sonnenfeld doesn't do shit. What he does is really short movies, but he doesn't do shitty movies. That should be interesting. They just released today a new trailer for Batman, which looks really fucking good.
Yeah.
Another Batman?
It looks different from what people were talking about.
Is it a cartoon?
No,
Is it an animated?
No, the one with,
animated?
Like they don't actually fight. They're
gonna fight.
They're gonna fight, but
they're gonna fight. Yeah.
Which one? Ben Affleck and
what's his name? Henry Cavill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wait, which is isn't there one with all 3 of them? Isn't Wonder Woman in that?
Yeah, she's in it. Same
okay,
one.
all right.
Yeah, same one.
That's the one. It has not out yet.
No, next month. But they just released a new trailer for it. Looks good.
Yeah.
Looks really good.
I mean, I've seen the other shit for it.
The Wonder Woman is the Brazilian.
Yeah.
Fast and Furious.
Yeah. No, this trailer they concentrate more on Batman. Like I guess how brutal he beats the shit out of somebody. But like beat the shit out of one, their feet are twisted in the air, and just slams his head on the floor.
Well, yeah.
Like
that would be realistic because he saw his parents get killed.
Yeah, he's all fucked up. He's a mental case. What else did they put another trailer? So a couple of trailers actually I saw this morning that were really really good. I can't fucking think of. Feel the life of me now, like goddamn one. But I would say take a look at them. If you go on movie trailers, you'll see like all the new shit is pretty good. The Huntsman, Snow White and the Huntsman looks decent. I like the other one. Did you see the other one?
Wait, Snow White and the Huntsman?
That's the one with Charlize Theron and Thor. Did you see the original one? The first one?
The Snow Queen?
The Snow White. It was a Snow White, but it was Snow White with the
I thought she died. Wait a minute. I thought she died.
In the first one, it's the girl from...
The one who was like...
Yes.
Stewart.
She looks like she got punched in the uterus and everything. It's her and Charlize Theron.
Yeah, but that wasn't that called. What was that? Snow Queen? No.
Snow White and the Huntsman. And they made a new one. I think the new one is called The Huntsman.
The Huntsman.
Yeah, the new one is called The Huntsman. And
so what's that? But because in the first one, doesn't he save Snow White?
Yeah, well, now he's got to beat somebody else up. They'll find a reason to keep his ass around.
2016, because the first one was 2012, Snow White and the Huntsman.
It wasn't bad. It was actually a pretty good
And wait a minute,
movie.
Charlize Theron is in the second one too?
Yeah, Charlize Theron and someone else.
I thought she died. Didn't they kill her in the first one?
Look.
Unless she's in a flashback?
It's a fairy tale. People don't die.
They sprinkle fairy dust on
Yeah. People don't die. They come back to life all the time in fairy tale.
Or they're releasing an extended version of it.
No, this is a sequel.
I see extended.
Unless it's a prequel.
This is extended version. I have no idea. This is The Huntsman.
Yeah.
2016. It says Snow White and the Huntsman. I see the 2012 one, but let me see.
She's still hot.
Who? Kristen Stewart?
No.
Charlize Theron.
There we go. Winter's War. That's right.
Yes, that's the subtitle. Whatever the fuck.
It's here. Oh, it has Emily Blunt in it. A young queen. Let me see. When Freya, Emily Blunt, a young queen who can freeze her enemies in ice, learns of the demise of her sister, the evil Ravina. That's Charlize.
Yeah.
Whatever. She summons her soldiers to recover the magic mirror. After rescuing Ravina, so she gets rescued. The two wicked sisters amidst a seemingly indestructible army that threatens the kingdom.
Okay.
Only the skills of Eric and Sarah, two warriors who defy Freya by falling in love, can save the enchanted land from the forces of darkness.
Right. Yeah, it looks good.
Wait, what was Snow White's name? Was her name Freya too, or no?
No. Isn't Freya that other fucking that
I would not know because
that
I don't
cartoon
shit
that they give
that
all the time? Anyway, let's start wrapping up because it's an hour and 7. I'm gonna be doing some more Let's Plays. You should come over and do some Let's Plays. We can do the thing with the games, and you can do a little thing. I got some cool stuff that I'm telling you, it's good.
You gotta.
I want her to do scary ones.
I
have a scary one that I want you to do.
Is this like the focus group shit?
No. It's a thing. It's a thing. You go on the computer. It's a Let's Play. Like you basically play a game on the computer, but they can see there's a little box in the corner. That they can. I put a couple up already. Okay. Then you can see in a little box like you reacting, or you can talk to the screen or whatever. And I have a couple of scary ones. I have one called Outlast, where you're investigating. You're a reporter with a camera. And you're investigating what happened in a mental hospital. And I have another one that's called Alien Isolation. And I think you're supposed to be Sigourney Weaver's daughter, and you take a trip to the ship from the first movie, and you have to try and figure out what happened to everybody.
Okay, and then what, you fight aliens and shit?
I have no idea. I haven't played it.
Okay.
But I have it. It's on there. You got to do that. Those are easy to do. Those you go up and they're live.
I'm gonna knock the monitor down.
It's years ago. You were there when she was playing Resident Evil in the house? I don't know if Joshua was there. He was cracking up.
Dude, he had me. No, I did not run away.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not. Don't exaggerate the story. All right.
There's a part.
Dude,
in the first Resident
Evil.
Look,
he tells me play the game. So I'm like, all right. So I'm sitting. He's sitting on. I guess it was Joshua's bed, right? And then I was on the other bed. So I'm sitting. I'm playing. The things on the TV, and I'm walking down the corridor, and I'm like, okay, I made it past a couple of zombies, and then I'm walking down the corridor, and the fucking zombie dog just crashes through the window, and went ah! And I just threw the fucking remote. I was like, here, you do it. I don't want to play no more.
That's nothing. There's a video of a guy playing the new one, I guess, whatever, and he's walking down the hall. You've probably seen it, and he's like crying. He's like, no.
That's yeah, no, I know that was like Guillermo del Toro. He did something where they put a thing up and people were playing it and they were crying. It was fucked up. Yeah, but it's something like that. You got to do that. All right, let's log off. Let me log off this because we're getting up there.
All right, people, have a good weekend. Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.
Be good.